Hello and welcome back. Today I am working on the upstairs family room for the farmhouse. I have decided to put this wall in by the stairs, and at this time it is just in the process of being made. I cut it so that it would angle with the stairs, and now I'm just thinking about applying the glue to this, but I want to cover it with poster board to hide the crack where the two pieces will be joining and to give it a little more stability. So I don't know what I was thinking here, because obviously that wasn't going to work. I'm just using a scrap piece of poster board because I've got a lot of it around and I wanted to use it if I could. So now that I've got things going in the right direction, I'm going to be applying some Gorilla Wood glue to the piece of wood and sticking it to the poster board. And of course my glue bottle is clogged, so I will be back in a couple of minutes after I get that unclogged. Now I've got the bottle unclogged, I've put the glue on, and I'm just spreading it out with my makeup spatula. I find it works really well for applying glue in miniature, and because it's silicone, it cleans right off. I got this at the Dollar Tree, but I haven't seen any at our local ones lately. So I'm just spreading the glue out. I want to make sure I get all the edges, all the ends, because I want this to stay glued down nice and flat. Piece of poster board. Remove a little excess glue and stick it down. I'll be doing the same thing with the triangle piece, and I'm just fitting it right now just to make sure everything's going to line up, everything's going to be good. I'm just doing a little bit of sanding on the one side because it wasn't exactly even, and I want it to have nice straight lines and fit together nicely. So I saw that I had a little bit of the wood that needed to be shaved off, so that's what I was doing there. And now I'm going to glue that down, and it does help if you open your glue bottle all the way. I usually always end up with too much glue on these projects, so I'm trying hard not to get too much. I really like Gorilla Wood glue for a lot of things, but then again there's always my good old favorite tacky glue too. So now I'm just spreading it out, making sure I get it all the way up to that point, all the way down, and again along the edges, because I don't want the poster board peeling up from the wood. So now that I've got that done, I've got a little bit more glue on my spatula, and so I'm just going to rub it along that edge where the two pieces of wood are going to join. That'll clean the spatula off and also make the wall more sturdy. There. Just lining it up, making sure everything is even. I'm just going to push this ruler up against the end of it, adjust it, remove a little excess glue there, and I'm going to set it off to the side to dry. Okay, I guess I'm just going to put stuff on it to dry. I couldn't remember. The video was recorded a few days ago. So This is the little piece I've cut to put under the stairs. I beveled the end of it, and I have painted it with Waverly chalk paint in a celery green. I love that color. So this is a little piece of trim wood, and you're not going to see this really because it's going to be behind the stairs, and the only way you would see it is if you look through the window, which will have curtains or blinds on it. But I wanted to add the trim anyway, just in case someone did look through the window and did see the little mole. I could have chosen to do a cupboard under the stairs or some shelves in the stairs or something, but I really just wanted the wall space because although the room looks big, once you get the stairs in there, if you section it off like I did, the room really isn't that big. And you have a huge window on one wall and a door going out to the balcony on the other. So I decided I wanted some more wall space since this will be a family room and we'll have many different things that the family are interested in, and probably a couch so that they can play games. The TV will be located in the family room, with the downstairs living room being more of just a place to sit and entertain company or do something like that. Besides, those of you who have Victoria's Farmhouse, what are you going to do with a room like the one up there? It's not good for a bedroom if you leave it open because you have stairs coming into your bedroom. And I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want everybody walking through my bedroom. So anyway, I've just put a little clip from Dollar Tree on there, and I'm making sure that everything is lined up because I mitered the one in, which in the end I realized I didn't need to do. And yeah, so I decided I'm going to move the clip over and put two on just to make sure it gets held down really well. And I have the big piece. I also went ahead and painted that off camera. This one I have angled the one end on to make it fit with my odd-shaped piece of wood. And now my tacky glue has decided that it kind of wants to clog up on me. There we go. I'm just applying a good amount of glue here because I want my trims to stick. I'm really excited to get the farmhouse done. And once this room is all put together, then I can start finishing the living room, which yes, I've been putting off. This room, I can't do the floor until I figure out what I'm going to do for a ceiling light for the living room. And I've got the same problem with the upstairs, and I've also got to make two doors for the upstairs to close off the bedrooms that I've created. So now I'm just doing the same. I'm standing it up to make sure that I have everything, that I have the trim at the bottom of the wall. I don't want it sliding up on me. So again, I'm just going to grab some of these little clips in there from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to put those on just to make sure that, as sometimes happens, my little piece of trim doesn't start bending upward. Okay, so now you're going to think I'm totally crazy, and I probably am. Why am I showing you this? I watched a miniaturist, not sure that's all she does. Her channel is Feffy's Cottage, and she was lucky enough to get a hold of an actual baby cello that a school was going to throw away. So what I'm going to do is remove the base plate on this and attempt to make a little scene inside of this. I'm pretty sure it's from a party store. It's really cheaply made, and I bought it at Savers and probably paid just a little bit too much. So now I'm just going to take the strings off, and I'll speed that up because it's pretty boring. I was cutting the knots off up at the top. That probably was the hardest part of doing this. But I'm going to be working on this just in my own spare time, just a little something for me, and hopefully it's going to turn out really cute when I get done. I want to make kind of a little, she made a mouse house in hers. I just kind of want to make a little house or something like that in this. So I got the strings off, and now I'm going to take my trusty box cutter and try to remove the front. And I found a spot where it's loose, and it's given way pretty good. It's a hard chunk of glue right in here, so that took a little time. But I am really excited about this. I want to see if I can turn this piece of junk, toy, whatever, into something really cool. And like I said, that'll be done in my spare time when I'm waiting for things to dry or whatever on the house, and I'll give you updates as I go. So yes, I am crazy. This is my miniature madness, guys. Something like this. But I think if it works out, it's going to be really cute. If I don't destroy this thing trying to get it apart. Because even, you know, with all cheaply made things, it did come apart. I'm going to show you that right now. Get the front off. It's very cheaply made. If I had noticed that there was a nail in there, it probably would have made the front come off a lot easier. Live and learn. But it's just made out of some sort of compressed fiber particle board stuff, so yeah, it's pretty cheap. And I just sawed that part off the neck with my razor saw. So, because it was all attached and I didn't want the neck, you know, I would like to hinge it so that it can be opened and shut. Maybe I'll do magnets. And yeah, I'm just showing you how really cheap this thing is and how badly made. It did have pretty good sound when it had the strings on it, but yeah. It was this or $19 for a real ukulele, which I didn't want to destroy. So, that's that. Okay, so now I'm showing you the farmhouse. The stairs are in, and of course you know the window's in and that. I need to make door frames yet. But here's where I'm going to put my wall, and I realized I don't know if I like what I just went to all the trouble of doing. So typical of me. So I'm going to show you a couple different options that I have. This is the original one I made. And it would have been okay, but I mean, look how steep that is. I don't know how to finish it off. There's nothing at the bottom of the stairs, so yeah, not very safe. And it doesn't give me a lot of wall space. So here's my other thought. And if I do this, I'll finish it off camera. This is just bare wood. I thought maybe I could just put a whole piece of wood in there and close it off like that. And yes, you're going to see a little bit of the newel post, but I don't think that's really going to matter when I get furniture in. I'm really liking this idea better because of all the space it gives me. And so you're going to see in a minute that in the end I did go with that. I got to figure out what to do about that blue door now. I thought it would look cool. It looks horrible. So I'll have to try to paint that while it's in, because I did glue it in. But that's kind of how it's going to look if I enclose the stairs all the way. And honestly, I liked it enough that I went ahead and did it. I did the process exactly the same. I covered it with... This one I didn't cover with poster board. I just painted the wood. I did put the trims on, and this is how the room is looking. Yeah, look at that door. I thought it'd be a great idea because it matched the front door, but I'm going to have to paint the inside. I've got the door frames to do yet, but I've got all the molding up for the ceiling and the floor, the skirting boards, baseboards, mop boards, whatever you want to call them, and that's how it's looking. So I want to thank you all for joining me. I hope you are liking how the farmhouse is shaping up. I think it's looking pretty great in there. Now I just gotta decide the floor. I may carpet it if I can find something to use. But anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope everyone has a great week. Have a happy and safe 4th of July, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.